set the sails, no bounds we know, through seas where wild winds blow, from sunrise gold to twilight hue. The ocean beats a rhythm true. The mandolin hums as waves collide. Our hearts race fast where dreams abide. Charting maps the stars have drawn. We'll cruise until the night is gone. Ocean to ocean travel, let's lose control. Feel the salt, the freedom roll. Dancing tides, whisper true. Every mile's a world brand new. Shimmering lights paint the scene. Moonlit waters, a silver sheen. Endless blue, our path unrolled. Each trip a treasure of stories untold. Ports call out with colors so grand. Footsteps brush the soft, warm sand. Sip the breeze, taste the foam. Every deck feels just like home. Ocean to ocean travel, let's lose control. Feel the salt, the freedom roll. Dancing tides, whisper true. Every mile's a world brand new.
Well, good evening, everybody. Hope that you are all having a fantastic day and everything's going well with y'all. I am so glad that y'all are here, and we are going to talk about a very important subject tonight after we talk to people in the chat and everything. But we're going to talk about how to stay healthy on while you're cruising or while you're even just traveling. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but I'm still on a high from the cruise that we just got off of. It was fantastic. For y'all that weren't able to join with us, I hope that you get to join with us on the next one, and we'll talk a little bit about that also. But hope that you are having a great day, and as I am, on the last cruise. Hold on a second. I gotta take a swallow. Hold on. Sorry. But very thankful. We did not get sick while we were on the cruise or while we were traveling at all, or after we got out. I had heard of a couple people that were feeling a little bit ill when they got back, but it looks like a lot of people didn't, which is awesome. And we're going to kind of talk about some things that you can do to hopefully prevent some of that and some of the stuff that we actually did. And so I can't wait to get into this topic. But let's go ahead and see who has joined us so far this evening. And again, hope that y'all are having a wonderful day as I am. All right. So first on the docket is Chris from Ohio Travels with Chris. Welcome in. Glad that you are here, and hopefully you are ready, having a good evening, and maybe jump on the next cruise. We'll see. We got Blue Demon Slayer. Welcome in. Hope that you are having a wonderful evening. Everything's going good with you. And we got John, the Ahab Show. Welcome in, John. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening, you and your lovely wife, Krista. Hope that you guys are having a good evening and everything is going good with you. Denise is in the house. Welcome in to Denise. Hopefully Dwayne is having a good day also, and everything is going well there. Let's see here. Hey, Chris, cruising on cups. Welcome in. Glad you're here, buddy. Hoping that you are having a wonderful day. And I saw on Kurt Marshall's live, I think in the chat, you said that you weren't going to be going to casinos unless it's on a cruise ship. I was watching Kurt this morning. He was getting their other car serviced, and I actually talked to him later in the day. We did not go to the casino, and that's awesome. And sounds like they might be doing the same thing. We're just gonna save it for the cruise ship. Let's see here. I want to go down. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, we miss you too, John. We cannot wait for the next cruise. I am ready to go. I am ready already. Hey, Ron, Darlene, maybe Daniel, how you guys doing? Hoping that you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going well with you, sir. I want to leave now. Absolutely, Chris. I'm ready. I am ready to hop on when I see our intro. And I'm probably going to change it up a little bit because I'm hoping to maybe add in some clips from our most recent cruise, which, so I might be changing that up a little bit. We shall see. But I am ready to go again. Chet is in the house. Welcome in, Chet. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going good with you. And Robin, say, hey, Robin. Everyone say, hey, Robin. Because, in the mornings, everyone's yelling at Robin because she's working while Chet is on his live. So, hey, Robin, how's it going? Let's see here. As long as we don't have to drive into Miami again, I'm game. Denise, our 2028 cruise, I know it's a little ways out, but we are starting to book on it and we're starting to make plans. I've set up the Facebook page already and everything. Going to Port Canaveral, so you're not going to Miami. So you need to hop on that with us. Absolutely. MSC World Atlantic. It's going to be about 2 months old at the time that we hop on that baby. It's going to be fantastic. Adventure leader Bruce. I don't know if I was the leader. There was a lot of people there that really, it was such a great cruise, an absolute fantastic cruise. And, everyone that was on that cruise made it what it was. It was so cool. It was so cool. Hey, John, welcome in. Glad you're here. Gabby, the recipient for the Helping Hands for Kids, Helping Hands for Cruising recipient for the ABCG Group Cruise. John is Gabby's dad. So welcome in. I'm glad you were able to make it in. Say hi to Gabby and Michelle for us. And Carrie, if she's she's around you guys, but say hi to everybody. Chet says on the phone, so can't take. So he is giving a blanket, hey, to everyone. So everyone, he has said, hey, hi, and how's it going? All right. Let me see. Chris is already planning a cruise to Alaska potentially at the end of May. That is awesome, Chris. Let us know if you are, and we'll try. We're about 3 hours from Seattle. Are you? Well, let me ask you this: are you doing Seattle? Are you doing Vancouver? Or are you doing San Francisco? Let me know. But if you're doing Seattle, we're about 3 hours from Seattle, but you just never know. Might be able to make it up there to have some dinner with you or lunch or something. Let's see. Flights are getting expensive after. Oh, you are going to Vancouver. Well, there you go, right there. Yeah, they are. Flights are kind of outrageous. That's one very cool thing with NCL is if you are going with somebody, it doesn't really help you if you're not. But if you're going with somebody, like a husband and wife or friends or whatever, if you're in the same cabin, you can do the second person flies free. And I'm booking some of those for our group cruise that's happening next year in February 2028. And when I go on, even the Priceline Expedia, NCL is beating them. So it's very, very cool. You put out a Care Bear. I heard you did. I have not been. I've got to check it out. I heard that you had put out a Care Bear short, so that is awesome. I am definitely going to check that out. Hey, Danny D, welcome in. Glad that you have been able to make it in. Hopefully, you are doing well, you and your family. All right. Well, I'm going to pause it there, and I will come back in and say hi to some more people in a minute. But I want to get started on this topic, right, about staying healthy while you're cruising or even while you're traveling, because there are a few things, and I'd be interested to have people put in the comments of things that they do, and it may be on the list. But there's a few things that you can do to help yourself to stay healthy. Now, you could do everything in the world and still get sick, still feel ill. But there are things that you can do to help minimize it, help prevent it. So, there's things that you should probably prioritize. Like, for one thing, you should even do this at home, but definitely when you're traveling, cruising, or even traveling, is make sure that you are prioritizing the frequency of your hand washing with soap and water, especially before you eat, especially when you're on a cruise ship, especially if you're eating in the buffet. But you really want to prioritize washing your hands with soap and water before you eat. Washy. That's one thing I like about NCL is they have someone standing at the entrance to the buffet area telling everyone, they have hand washing stations there, and they're telling everyone, washy. So you just want to make sure that you are washing your hands frequently when you are cruising. There's a lot of things. So we're going to kind of go, what to do before you pre-cruise prep and all sorts of stuff. And one thing you want to do before your cruise and while you're on your cruise is hydration. You definitely want to stay hydrated. And that is pure water. That's not with something added to water, like a little of the spritz, the alcohol or whatever, but just water. You want to stay hydrated. We also use these powdered, they're called IV, something IV, liquid IV or something like that. But it's powder that we put into the water, stirred up. They taste really good, and it is a good way to get to stay hydrated. So that's one thing that we do. But you definitely want to stay hydrated before your trip. At least a week before, you want to make sure that you get enough sleep and that you are taking care of your immune support, vitamins, all that good stuff. You want to make sure that you're taking care of all that. Some things that you want to make sure that you are packing is vitamins, supplements. You want to make sure that you're taking supplements and immunity boosters while you're on your trip. Things like airborne, things like emergency. You definitely want to be taking those before your trip and during your trip. And, there are some super vitamins out there and stuff, but you definitely want to be taking your supplements and vitamins and stuff like that. Electrolytes, drinking plenty of electrolytes, and that's what those packets that we have, you're getting electrolytes with that. One thing you want to make sure that you probably bring along with you also is hand sanitizer. You're probably going to want to use that while you're on your trip. Another thing you're going to want to pack is motion sickness remedies, sunscreens, and alloy. These are all things to help you feel, from those sunburns and stuff like that too. So there's a lot of things. Another thing just to stay healthy is comfortable walking shoes, just to help your feet be healthy and to be comfortable. So you want to make sure that you are packing those. One thing you may want to consider having is travel insurance. You want to make sure that I recommend everyone to have travel insurance, because you never know if you get injured or sick. You got to get off the ship. And if you're in another country, you're going to want that travel insurance to help you with getting you home. All right. So some things to do on embarkation day. And one thing you want to make sure you do is we bring sanitizer wipes, and you can wipe down things like your doorknobs on your cabin, the remote control, the phone receiver, different things like that people have touched a lot. You're going to definitely want to wipe those down. And if you can avoid the railings on the stairs and stuff like that, avoid them. Don't grab a hold on them a lot, because a lot of people touch them and a lot of people could be sick, and then that can get transferred over. But if you do touch them, just make sure, and also with the elevators, if you're touching the buttons, all that kind of stuff, just make sure that you are washing your hands, especially before you eat. But definitely wash your hands, sanitize your hands after touching those types of things. And then again, with hydration, you want to make sure that you are staying hydrated during your travel, your cruise, wherever you're going. You want to make sure that you are staying hydrated. And another thing you might want to do on embarkation day is eat light. Don't eat too much, but eat light. Let your body get used to the cruise food and stuff like that. So you might want to start light and not eating a lot of heavy food on that first day. One thing that you may want to also do is, and this is a strategy of doing while you're on board, and that is avoid the buffet, if at all, and eat in the main dining room or other places. You might want to avoid the buffet line. The buffets can be full of germs. There are germ hotspots. Make sure that you are washing your hands and using hand sanitizer, especially after using serving utensils, because you hear stories of seeing people using the restroom, coming out and going to the buffet without washing their hands. So you want to make sure you want to protect yourself. So make sure after using the utensils, the serving utensils, that you are using hand sanitizer, washing your hands and everything before you start eating. You might want to consider eating balanced meals. This will help you stay healthier, and indulge in moderation, doing a lot of moderation when you're eating, to avoid some of the digestive issues that you may have on a cruise ship, and focus on maybe eating fruits and vegetables more and stuff like that, because that will help you to stay healthy. And then obviously do portion control without feeling deprived. You can eat all the good stuff, just do it in portion control so that you're not indulging too much. And then here's another big one, is with alcohol, do it in moderation. And that will also help you with your health. All right, I'm going to go back over and check the chat and see who, if anyone else new is coming. Oh, we got Michelle is in the house. Welcome, Michelle. Glad you are here. Hopefully Gabby is doing well. Saw John in here. So glad that you have been able to make it and everything is going well with you. Hey, Will G, welcome in, sir. Can't stay at a David Lee Roth show. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a name I haven't heard in quite a few years. To be honest with you, I didn't even know he was still alive. So that's awesome. Enjoy the show, sir. Have a lot of fun. Let's see. Just checking in. And there's John's Care Bear short. Thank you so much, Danny D. Make sure everyone go over and check out John Short, the Care Bear Short. That sounds awesome. Blue Diamond Slayer says, we are almost there to 90, need 6 more to go. Well, get over there and support Blue Diamond Slayer. Everyone go over and get some support there. Let's see. Use the hand wash stations. Absolutely. That is very, very important. Use those hand wash stations. Absolutely. That's why they're there. So make sure you use them because it will help you stay safe. Hey, Cruise Convo, welcome in. Glad you've been able to make it. And hopefully you are doing well. And well, look who we got here. Marsha, welcome in. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening and everything is going good with you guys. And Kurt, who, what, when, and why? Oh my goodness! Welcome in, Kurt. Hopefully you're doing well. Got your automobile all service, and hopefully you are doing great, my friend. Hopefully everything is going well with you. All right, let's go ahead and look. Here we go. Moving on. I am curious, so what some of the things that you guys do to help yourself stay healthy during the cruise. One thing you can do is with movement and fitness, staying active, walking the decks will help you to stay active. You don't want to be too, just sitting around the pool and everything. You do want to try and be active. Consider if you're not going from bottom to top, maybe take the stairs if you're only going 1 deck or 2. If you're able to do that, consider taking the stairs. We try to. Ever since I fell and I've injured my knee, I haven't been able to do too many stairs. But before that, we tried to take the stairs as much as possible. We've taken the stairs as far as the 3rd deck of Toledo once in a while. Obviously, we're getting older also, so I don't know how much of that we could do anymore anyways. But with my knee right now, I definitely would not be able to do that. But if you can, consider taking those stairs, at least a couple decks and stuff. Consider maybe going to the gym, and they got treadmills in there. You can work out, and that can help you stay healthy. Also, just continue doing that. It's kind of hard, one thing. On a cruise ship, you really can't do laps in a pool, but if you're at a hotel or something, you might be able to do laps in a pool. So that's another thing that you can do to stay healthy and keep yourself in shape and all that kind of stuff also. And then while you're in port, again, and I keep stressing it, but it is important that you stay hydrated. That is one of the most important things for your body, is to continue being hydrated with water, not the alcohol kind of hydration, but with water. It really helps you out, and it'll help you with the heat too, especially if you're in the Caribbean with the sun and that. It will help you there. So make sure that you stay hydrated, and you can bring a reusable water bottle and then keep filling that up, so you don't have to keep buying bottled water, but bring a reusable water bottle and just make sure that you're drinking plenty of water to offset in the alcohol. And if you are drinking alcohol, just make sure that you are drinking water also. If you're ordering a glass of, a margarita or Mai Tai or even rum and Coke, whatever it is, when you're ordering that, ask them for a glass of water also, and drink that water. And what I recommend, drink a glass of whatever alcohol you're doing, then drink a glass of water. Then the alcohol, then the water. That will help you out a lot. Walking ports, instead of taking long rides to go to an excursion and stuff, maybe choose a walking tour, or a hiking excursion. Those can help you stay healthy and get that exercise in also. And then with the sun, One thing you got to remember, especially if you're going to the Caribbean, the closer you are to the equator, the hotter the sun is. So you want to make sure that you are protecting your skin. Make sure you're packing the sunscreen, hats, and sunglasses. And so, because the sun near the equator is a lot stronger, so you want to make sure that you're getting that suntan, sun spray on, and take it with you to the port and you use it. And here's the thing, especially if you're in the Caribbean and the reefs and everything, make sure you are purchasing reef safe sunscreen, and you can get that. You can get it off of Amazon, and it'll say reef safe. There's actually a little insignia that is on the sunscreen that says reef safe, and that's what I recommend you do, so that you are protecting the ecosystem when you are enjoying the beaches and snorkeling, all that kind of stuff. Also, another thing is, especially on cruise days when you're on a ship, is to avoid the peak hours of the sun and stay out of the direct sun between around 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. is kind of the peak time that the sun is the strongest also. So you want to try to avoid those as much as possible. I know you're going to get out there and you're going to be by the pool and all that kind of stuff, and that's understandable. But just try, maybe have one of those sunshades or a clamshell or something like that, just to help you stay out of the direct sunlight. And make sure when you are on an excursion that you are not overexerting yourself. Again, staying hydrated, but make sure that you're not overexerting yourself. Take rests and everything like that to stay safe. And then make sure, if you are snorkeling stuff, that you are using water safety. And when you're in the Caribbean ports or anywhere, if you're getting in the water, just make sure you're aware of your surroundings, because remember, there are sea creatures and stuff in the water. So just make sure you are watching your surroundings, watching how the water is and everything. Be careful that you're not getting in too cold of water when you're in the sun, everything like that, because it can put a strain on your heart also. So those are some things that you are going to want to as a reminder to take care of. All right, well, I am going to check over the chat, and then, because we are almost out of time. So next week, we are going to continue this subject. This is a very important subject. And so make sure you guys come back next week, and we will continue on with the subject, because there's a lot more that we get to talk about with this. But let me go over and check the chat here. People are telling John that he did a great short. That is awesome. And I am going to make sure that I get out there and watch it. Let's see. Marsha says, I take a super immune vitamin about a week before, through a week after you get back. That is awesome. Marsha says, sorry, the gym, exercise and veggies are not healthy. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Walking to and from the cabin is a hike in itself. That is very, very true. It can be a hike depending on where you are on the ship. It absolutely can be. We were in the forward of the ship on this last cruise, and so we usually had a hike to get to where all the action was. So that is very true. And Kurt says, I ate a salad every other day on at least 8 night ABCs in U Cruise. Drink a lot of water, but not the only bottle. Yes, drink a lot of water, Kurt. It will help. John says, we got vaccines and Gatorade packets prior to the cruise and ate lots of cookies during the cruise. Okay, the cookies didn't work, but they were good. I am sure they did. And you know what? The cruise line does do some pretty good pretty good cookies on it and everything. And then Kurt says, please stay in this live. Use the thumbs up to show your support. Thank you very much, Kurt. I always forget to say that kind of stuff. So thank you so much. Oh, we got someone. We're about ready to get out of here, but we did have someone pop in, JMS60. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, and so glad that you were able to make it. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope that you all have a wonderful week, a safe week, and you know, a lot of you throughout the United States and around the world, we're coming into the summertime. So the sun's going to be getting hotter and everything. So make sure that you are staying safe and stay hydrated. All right, everybody. Well, everyone have a wonderful day. And we will see you next time. And until next time, happy travels. We'll see you out there.